1059 and worldwide at thezone1059.com.
Hey, hey. Welcome in on this Thursday in the Bureau, the Farm Bureau Insurance Studio. Farm Bureau, go! With the home team. They are your home team at Farm Bureau Insurance all across the great state of Mississippi. Your hometown heroes, that's your local Farm Bureau Insurance agents. I'm Matt. Beaver is here. Hallelujah. And y'all are here. Hallelujah. We got the whole gang so we can have a show. And, yeah, look, today, so there's a lot of, hey, we are closer to, fill in the blank. We're closer to, we are closer to what? The Super Bowl. Yep. Closer to the Super Bowl. I don't know if you realize this or not, but we are now, as of today, we are really, really, really close. Not there yet. Really, really, really close to baseball season. I don't know if you realize that or not. I mean, really close. How close, you say? 1 week from tomorrow, we will have college baseball, the variety that we are all following around here in the state of Mississippi. 1 week from tomorrow. Let's see. Is that right? Good gracious alive. That's right. It will not be long now. 1 week from tomorrow. So by the time we get on the air tomorrow, we will be talking about 1 week from. I just felt like I didn't have a whole lot of other things that on this day were really, really pressing to the point that I couldn't go ahead and throw that out there. 1 week from tomorrow, State, Diamond Dogs, Duty Noble, Ole Miss. They'll have Nevada or Nevada. Which one do you say? Southern Miss going to play somebody next week. Who? Hold on, I'll tell you. No, they're not in the Summit League. They're in the Sun Belt. Southern Miss will host UC Santa Barbara opening weekend 1 week from tomorrow. All right, so there's that. Just thought I'd throw that out there. Welcome in. If you're on the live stream, hey to you on YouTube or Facebook or X, feel free to drop a comment there. When you post your comment, all of a sudden, it pops up on the screen in front of me, nice and organized and chronological order in which it came in. And then I can click any of those comments on any of those things, Facebook or any other, and you'll be able to see it here on the screen as they come in. You can also text me. That's a great way to be a part of the show. Text me on the Country Pleasing text line. The number to text is 885-3776. That's a 601 number. 885-3776. Grumpy was the first to text me today, just like right off the bat. And Grumpy, you ain't going to believe it. I had the same thing for lunch not too long ago. I'm not kidding you. Had myself a country pleasing sausage dog. Now, it didn't look as good as yours does, I'll be honest with you. He sent me a picture here, y'all, and I'll describe it for you. Kitchen table. All right. He's got the nice dishes out here, so this is a good-looking plate. This is one of these, like, this is not like the paper towel that I ate off of. This is a real deal. This is a man of culture and class here. Next to it, his favorite M/S Mississippi State baseball logo cap. It is an Adidas cap with a maroon bill and a white cap with a maroon bill, and M/S is maroon. Next to that plate's got two giant country pleasing sausage dogs with coleslaw on top of it. I had one, and it did not have any coleslaw. Now, I put mustard on there. Hey, Grumpy, what flavor sausage did you use? I used some of what I had left of a package of the original smoked sausage flavor. That looks great, man. You want to talk about food for 2 hours? I'm in. Let's do it. Call me on the Junction phone. Junction delis around the state are serving country pleasing sausage dogs, including the last one I went into, which was over there off of, across I-55 from Germantown High School at Gluckstadt. Take the Sowell Road exit. New Chevron station. We've got a Junction deli inside of it. Sausage dogs. Anyhow, yeah, give me a call on the Junction phone. The number to call is 897-1059. It's a 601 number, 897-1059. Grumpy said, okay, it was original smoked sausage flavor. How'd you cook them also? Did you cook them in the oven? Did you cook them on the stove? Did you cook them over on the grill? Did you grill your sausage dogs? How'd you cook them? I'd like to know. I'm a man of many curiosities. All right, get on in here. Listen, we got plenty of sports to get into today. There's some stuff popping up out there. We're one day closer to the Super Bowl, so you got that coming up. And, of course, there's some college basketball going on. It seems like we're ready around here to turn the page to baseball, whether or not that is fair. It just seems to be true. But I came across something earlier today that is hits close to home in more ways than one for me. And it goes way back. It is both radio related and Alabama related that I never knew, didn't know, should have known, didn't. And I have the audio of this significant event, and I got to share it with you. And in particular, I have to share it with Beaver. But I'm not going to do it right now. I'm just telling you that's coming up. It's something that, anyway, you just have to hear it, okay? You just have to hear it. I'm going to play some audio for you coming up. Right now, we're going to hit headlines. Hour number one. I'm Ron
Burgundy, and this is what's happening in your world.
Good evening, and welcome to Eyewitness News.
Here's what's making news.
Headlines on the show brought to you by the Mortgage Man Group, powered by Illuminate Bank. Find them online at mortgagemanms.com. That's mortgagemanms.com. Anything mortgage related in the state of Mississippi, that's where you want to go. A Georgia football player, London Seymour, has been charged with 11 felony counts of property damage. A viral TikTok challenge led to a Georgia football player landing in hot water. Bulldogs defensive tackle London Seymour, the son of Pro Football Hall of Famer Richard Seymour, was arrested a few days ago after he and 3 other men allegedly caused damage to 11 doors in 2 different Georgia dormitories on December the 5th and the 6th. Now, the arrest happened just a few days ago. So let me get this straight. You ready? Again, the details. TikTok challenge. They're damaging property. $11 felony counts of property damage for a Georgia football player. I'll stop there and move on. I don't know what the TikTok challenge was or is. I don't know. But what are you doing? What are you doing? Just busting doors? I mean, what are you doing? BYU basketball coach Kevin Young says he is disappointed by anti-Mormon chants from the Oklahoma State student section during their loss to Oklahoma State. It was a good ball game, too, by the way. 99-92. Oklahoma State upset BYU the other night. Quote from Kevin Young. There were some F the Mormons chants tonight by the student section that I heard, Young said in his post-game news conference. It was a great win for Oklahoma State University. I think their fans should be proud, but it would be great if some class was warranted. And those are your headlines, brought to you by the Mortgage Man Group, powered by Illuminate Bank right here in Mississippi. Find them online at mortgagemanms.com. Anything mortgage related, that's where you want to go. Okay, so we're just getting started. Comments will come in and texts. We'll get your phone calls as they come in as well. Just getting underway. Yeah, and I got some audio I got to play for Beaver. Y'all probably going to want to hear it too. How's that for a tease? Good enough for you to stick around? I hope so. Back after this. Stick around.
We'll be right back.
Farm Bureau Insurance in Mississippi. Local agents in all 82 counties. So here's what that means. You have that fender bender, hopefully you don't, but let's say you do at an odd time. Something goes on. It's Saturday night at 11 p.m. You don't have to wait until Monday morning to call some 800 number and talk to someone 3 states away. You've got your agent's phone number right there on your phone because you go to church with him. Your kids go to school together. He lives right down the road. You see each other at the ball games on Friday nights. So it's personal with your local Farm Bureau insurance agent in all 82 counties in this entire state. And if anything does arise and you need to, run it up the chain or up the flagpole, the home offices for Farm Bureau Insurance are in Jackson, Mississippi. It's right here in the state of Mississippi. It doesn't get more local than and personal, the service that you get with Farm Bureau Insurance in Mississippi. I can't recommend them highly enough. And if you haven't, recently, let them give you a quote. Home, life, auto. That's Farm Bureau Insurance. Go with the home team.
After these messages, we'll be right back.
Well, look at what we have here. Christmas come early. Boom. Little green onion country pleasing. That's not all. Little original smoked sausage flavor. That's not all. Jalapeno and cheddar. It has to be one of my favorite, just judging by how much of that stuff I eat. Oh, can't forget. Andouille. Don't be saying andouille, it's andouille. And last, but not least, pork and pineapple. Bun size, 3 links, bun size. Look at that right there. Be careful. Come on with it. It's mine. Come here, jalapeno. Oh, that's all mine. Country pleasing sausage. We'll be right back after this message from C Spire. My name is Matt Wyatt. I host the Matt Wyatt radio show out of my home using C Spire fiber.
And when we hit the road as a family, Matt's show goes with us, thanks to C Spire Wireless.
Its ultra-reliable nationwide network lets me broadcast live from anywhere.
And never miss a moment that matters.
Connecting you to what inspires you most on C Spire's blazing fast 5G network. And right now, get your choice of free phone. That's customer inspired. That's C Spire.
Y'all like coffee? I know you do. Check it out. Little High Point Roasters from New Albany, Mississippi. That is the breakfast blend. It's whole bean. And if you notice, that's how much I've had already. Brazil Oberon. Not Ogeron or Orgeron, you LSU. No, Brazil Oberon. That ain't all. We got that. What flavor is that? Papua New Guinea grade AA. Bring it on. High Point Roasters, New Albany, Mississippi. Roast it right there. That's whole bean. One more. I got more. Ah.
Has got it all for you.
Just listen to that!
At The Zone 105.9 and coming to you worldwide at TheZone1059.com.
Back with you. I'm Matt in the Bureau, the Farm Bureau Insurance Studio. Farm Bureau Insurance, go with the home team. They are your home team. Part of our home team here at the radio station is none other than Beaver. Hey, Beav, happy Thursday, sir.
You too, Matt Wyatt.
By the way, thanks for the video of the pig. That was awesome. It's one of the cutest things I've ever seen in my life. I never knew a pig could be so cute. Okay, Beaver, this is one of these, like, I hope you haven't heard about this before. Okay, but it's in your line of work, and it does go way back. Way back, in fact. You would have been just a little guy when this actually happened. You know how I know? Because I was just a little guy when this actually happened. Beaver, have you ever heard this name before? DJ Coyote Calhoun.
I don't think so.
Okay. All right, here comes the story. Stay with me, Beaver. You ready? 1988. Local radio, Birmingham, Alabama. It's a nighttime show that is a top 40 format in 1988. Top 40. DJ Coyote Calhoun comes in one night. It's his show. He's playing top 40, and he's absolutely fed up and sick of it. This is a true story. This is actual clips from whatever the radio station was in Birmingham. This is the first of a couple of clips I'm going to play for you. DJ Coyote Calhoun goes rogue on live radio.
I give you a piece of my mind right now, ladies and gentlemen. I don't think we play enough Boston. I don't think we play enough Pink Floyd. We don't play enough Death Row Joe. We don't even play any Mountain. Who? Mountain. Shut up. So because a little bit more so because I love me. And it is my show.
How's that for radio goober voice, by the way?
Let me continue and play. Oh, for Boston. There's a long version a long time. It's been a long time since good music was heard on this radio station. We're going to remedy that tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Z102 FM, you know, tonight I decided to do whatever I want. Why? Because it's my show. I am the king of the city.
Okay, Beaver, I know it's old audio. You notice he came in saying, we don't play enough Boston, we don't play enough Pink Floyd, and it's my show and I'm playing whatever I want to. Okay, you with me so far?
Mm-hmm.
This is DJ Coyote Calhoun, Birmingham radio, live radio. It actually happened 1988. Okay, then he continued and started really ramping up what he was doing.
What we're talking about right now is this station's format, which is bugging me. You know what I'm supposed to play next hour? Oh, Madonna, Open Your Heart. Police, Every Breath You Take. We haven't heard that song enough, have we? Police, Every Breath You Take. How many times do you think we've played that song in the past 4 years? Probably 5,000 times. My point is, how many times have we played Pink Floyd off their brand new CD? 0. None. Well, you know, I've played 2 or 3 cuts off the Pink Floyd CD in the past 3 months. You know how I did it? I sneaked the CD in here and I played it without authority and without permission. Why? Because I knew you wanted to hear it. The CD has sold 4 million copies. We played nothing off it. That's a good business decision, isn't it?
Okay, this is live on the air. So then Beaver, Coyote Calhoun, DJ Coyote Calhoun, this night in 1988, then started taking calls.
Autocratic way and this completely fascist way this radio station is run. I'm sure you agree. You're tired of hearing the same old garbage day in and day out. Let's play some wisdom, Pink Floyd.
So then he plays like some He plays a Pink Floyd song.
239-5888 or their other number, 333-112. Whatever you want to hear, I'm going to play for you. Why? Because I love you very much, and it is my show, and we're going to try to present a show, for, with a little bit of intelligence for now, instead of the same old garbage over and over and over. Oh, my hotline is ringing. Well, ladies and gentlemen, my hotline is ringing. I bet this will be interesting. Let's answer the hotline on the air. Oh, this will be fun. Don't tell anybody. Z102 FM, hello.
What the hell are you doing?
I'm playing one of my favorite bands, Boston. I'm playing Boston, Steve. A lot of Boston is what I'm doing. Why?
Is this on the air?
Ladies and gentlemen, Steve Russell, our program director of WZBQ. Yes, Steve, we're on the air.
Give me
Okay, Beaver, did you hear that? His program director calls his hotline. He puts it up on the air. Live.
off the air now.
Lighten up, Steve. It's just a bit, just a joke.
Get me off the air now.
No, I'm not going to. If I take you off the air, then you'll give me a bad time. Why don't you just tell the people since... Well, I'll tell you what, ladies and gentlemen, let's...
Okay, Beav, we're 3 clips into this story of what DJ Coyote Calhoun did back in 1988. You got any thoughts on this so far?
Lame. That guy sounds ridiculous. He sounds like... It doesn't sound like he should be on the radio. It sounds like a strip club DJ. Please welcome to the stage, the luscious Lana. Like, that's... Okay, anyway, that's the first impression.
Okay.
Number 2, I already don't believe this. I already think this is a bit because you can't be that stupid for your PD to call and say, no, I'm not going to do what you say.
Mm-hmm. To him in person on the phone. Okay, so you're skeptical already, right?
Yep.
Here's the last clip I got for you. He finished a Boston song.
Z102 FM. There you go, ladies and gentlemen. They love me. They're behind me. We can't always play the same thing every night. This station is run by fascist, communist, socialistic programming fatheads. It's an old catch-22. We play a lot of garbage. We're going to try to balance the garbage from now on my show with some good stuff. We're supposed to play a commercial, too. Let's do that.
So he goes to commercial.
Okay, enough of that. I don't really feel like playing commercials. I'm on a roll. I'm feeling hot. But Steve is on his way to the station. What I'm going to do is I'm going to leave the microphone on because when Steve gets here, I want him to state his position. I want him man-to-man to sit down in the chair and tell everybody why we listen to this Jeffries boob and why we follow these music sheets and have no leeway what to do. I'll tell you something. I got to follow this music sheet, but if the ratings come back and my book is bad, you know who's going to get fired? No, not Mr. Jeffries. Not Mr. Russell. Mr. Calhoun will be fired.
Shut the mic off.
Ladies and gentlemen, the program director of WZBQ and my friend, Steve Russell. Hello,
Shut the mic off.
Back off.
You're making it worse. Shut the mic off.
The mic stays on.
Cut the mic off or you're gone. Cut the mic off.
Playing the Supreme?
Now.
No, the mic stays on.
Cut the mic off now.
You get away from me. Don't touch me. You're so open. Back off.
And Beav, it cuts to dead air. And DJ Coyote Calhoun was summarily fired officially 2 weeks later. So you were skeptical as whether or not this was real. My question is, now that you heard how it ended, are you still skeptical?
Yeah, I believe that's a stunt.
Okay, so 2 things, Beav. 2 things. First of all, it now has me totally questioning my use of the applause track on this show. Because it was so gooby. But I got to give you your props. The story about this that came out like 20 years later. Get this, Beav. The on-air firing may have been fake, but the stunt was enough to put DJ Coyote Calhoun in hot water with management who didn't like how he would sometimes make fun of sponsors or say things that others deemed inappropriate. However, instead of firing him, the station suggested going in a new time slot under a different name. They changed his name and still a period of time later, fired the guy. Now, here's the thing, Beef. The on-air firing and what he did that night back in 88 was a stunt. But it was like the first of 2 or 3 like that he did, and it was those stunts that actually eventually got him fired. I had never heard it before. I told Annabeth, I said, I'm gonna see if Beav can tell if this is real or fake. You spotted that it was a stunt about 3 clips into it, which I'm super impressed. But at the same time, you could tell nobody would be that dumb unless he was just completely crazy. The stunt ultimately did get him fired. Oh, man. Back in the days of playing records. It's not that way anymore. Back after this.
This is Jake Mangum.
After these messages, we'll be right back.
The Junction Deli's, convenience redefined, and Prince Oil Company, a match made in heaven. The Junction Deli, fueled by Prince Oil Company. Prince Oil Company has been fueling Central Mississippi since 1960. It's a pretty good little while. Wonderful people. Man, am I ever more tickled that they're a part of the show and I'm a part of their team now. As you know, if you listen to the radio show, I've been to the Junction in several different places around the state. I've bought gas just like you at a lot of places that are fueled by Prince Oil Company, and they are really wonderful people. By the way, that brand spanking new Junction Deli, Chevron, right across the highway from Germantown High School. It's in Canton. We say Gluckstadt. Do you realize they and other Junction Delis, they serve country pleasing sausage over there on the buffet? They don't get much better than that. The Junction and Prince Oil Company. That's what I'm talking about. We'll be right back after this message from C Spire. My name is Matt Wyatt. I host the Matt Wyatt radio show out of my home using C Spire fiber.
And when we hit the road as a family, Matt's show goes with us, thanks to C Spire Wireless.
Its ultra-reliable nationwide network lets me broadcast live from anywhere.
And never miss a moment that matters.
Connecting you to what inspires you most on C Spire's blazing fast 5G network. And right now, get your choice of free phone. That's customer inspired. That's C Spire.
Welcome to my photography studio downtown Tupelo. Everybody needs a headshot, especially if you're in the professional world, in sales, any sort of customer related business, outreach business, anything like that. Everybody needs a headshot. Here at my photography studio in Tupelo, we do a lot more than just headshots, but we're kind of focusing on headshots for that very reason, because everybody needs it. Let me show you a little something about it. One thing I'm able to do here is sort of have 2 to 3 different looks in a small space that we can do in a short amount of time. Several different looks and styles of lighting with studio equipment, studio lighting. Some with flash and a particular look that I've worked on, a constant lighting scenario where you sit down, the lights are already on, you lean in, and we kind of illuminate the whole face. And we get several options in the studio in a short amount of time. Here's 2 priorities for me when I shoot headshots. One is it has to look like you. Okay, none of this fake stuff. The other goal is it's got to look like you at your best. And that's my job as a photographer. And I've got a lot of experience over the years, and I feel really confident I can do that for you. I would love to schedule a session for you here at the studio in downtown Tupelo. I'm above the Reed's Gift Shop, just off of Troy Street, the corner of Troy and Spring. If you can't get to Tupelo, that's okay. Let's talk about it, because we can pack the studio up and come to you if the schedules fit and that sort of thing. I'd love to help you with your headshots. I think everybody needs them. I'm inviting you to please email me, reach out. You can go to my website, mattwyattmedia.com, email address matt@mattwyattmedia.com, and let's talk about your headshot. Farm Bureau Insurance in Mississippi, local agents in all 82 counties. So here's what that means. you have that fender bender. Hopefully you don't, but let's say you do at an odd time. Something goes on. It's Saturday night at 11 p.m. You don't have to wait until Monday morning to call some 800 number.
Or even losing the game. You're going to hear about them all and get to talk about it with Matt Wyatt right here, right now on the Zone 105.9 and worldwide at thezone1059.com.
Back with you, I'm Matt. In the Bureau, the Farm Bureau Insurance Studio. Farm Bureau, go with the home team. Will said on YouTube, Coyote Calhoun fighting against the payola. Hey, Sven, are you back? Are you back in Berlin or are you still out of town? He said on YouTube, by the way, Matt, 00 is on my watch list for tomorrow. I'll watch some 96 hoops. Look, I saw that note. Yeah. I did that recently. He's talking about 00 Darrell Wilson, okay, who played on the 96 Final Four team. The year before 95, they were Sweet 16 team, and then 96, they were Final Four team. Darrell Wilson, one of, if maybe not even the leading scorer on that team, and now he's a head basketball coach, Sven, at Itawamba Agricultural High School here in Mississippi. Yep, head coach. But yeah, I did that recently. Went back and watched some of those games, and it's so interesting because it was like a different style of play. I mean, I know it's basketball. Still, it's 5-on-5, but it's like a different style of play, different pace at times. But like that team for state, they shot the ball so well. Like they were fun to watch because if they got open, they hit shots. Everybody was shooting for a high percentage, it seemed like. So you'll enjoy going back and watching it for sure. All right, so he's back in B-Town. That would be Berlin. Well, glad you're back safely. So with the news stuff or radio stuff, Hale State fan said, my favorite was the girl in Australia who was sent out on the beach to report on the freezing temperatures. After she told everyone that it was cold, she said, I quit, threw down the mic, walked away. Why? We're supposed to get good temperatures this weekend. I'm looking forward to it. State is going to have a baseball open scrimmage at the Dude on Saturday. I mentioned this to you earlier this week. Saturday, Duty Noble, 2 to 5 p.m., dog day at the Dude. They're saying open scrimmage, autographs, little dude zone, and more. And last I looked, it's sunny and a high 60 plus. So that's going to be nice. Hog Jowl texted me a little bit ago about baseball. Hog Jowl, it's been a while. So good to hear from you. He said, I'm a big baseball guy. I went to the Hogs full scrimmage day a couple of weeks ago and had a blast. Spent some time in Fayetteville, huh? I bet it was cold up there. But, we joke. You talk to a baseball person, even here in Mississippi, when it's this time of year, and it's 38 and maybe freezing rain, they'll go, yep, baseball weather. This is baseball weather. Grumpy texting me here on the Country Pleasing text line and said, Matt, did you see that C Spire donated $5 million to UMMC towards cancer center there? And he said, that's why Mississippians need to spend their money with Mississippi companies. Hale State signed Grumpy. Yeah, I saw something about that. I mean, and it's just, it certainly is to be commended, but it's also not surprising. I mean, that's just what C Spire does and always has done, is they really support the home state. And like I said last week, when you were like week 2 into all the ice and people, freezing temps and ice and power lines down, and so people without power and all this kind of stuff. And I can't tell you how many times I saw, like from friends on Facebook would post, hey, I just want to say thanks to C Spire because we have never lost our signal. If we've charging phones in the car and we're able to still call and talk and stay connected because of C Spire. They are a great company. John in Rolling Fork. And those clips from the old Coyote Calhoun. He said, Coyote Calhoun sounded more like a mixture of Alvin, Simon, and Theodore. And for those who are too young to know what that is, we're talking about the Chipmunks. Look them up. Delta Tide fan said, if I could have planned my last day on air when I worked in radio from 05 to 17, that's how I would have gone out, in a blaze of glory. He said, sadly, I didn't plan my last day. Diabetic health issues did. I hate to hear that. But if you'd known, you'd have planned your last day, right, and just stack up the music that you want to play and just play it right on out the door, huh? Jason out in Flagstaff, Arizona, says Darrell Wilson is coaching in Fulton now. That's crazy. Said the sign going into town said, quote, population 3,334. The whole 30 years that I lived around there. So, Jason, it was a little bit like Willy Wonka's factory, they said in the movie. Nobody ever goes in. Nobody ever comes out. And apparently during that time, nobody passed away either. So it was the same population for 30 years, he said, at least on the sign. Yeah, he's coaching over there. Sure is. Sure is. Why, Will? I wonder, why? I'm okay with it. I just need to know. I missed the connection. Oh, about playing what you want to play on the radio and not worrying about what somebody likes or not? Maybe that's what it is. He says, so maybe this is your time to play some Sonic Boom? Okay. I can be like Coyote Calhoun. It's my show. I can play whatever I want. Anytime I want. In honor of Coyote Calhoun. Hey, and look, let it not be lost on us that Beaver, the real radio professional, within a few minutes, picked up, this is a stunt. This can't be real. I didn't. When I first went and saw this, I was totally locked in till the end, couldn't believe all that happened, and then read the story later where it admitted it was a stunt. I didn't pick it up that it was fake. Hello to Grayson. He's on Facebook. Glad you're here. Hey, look, reminder, Facebook, YouTube, or X. If you're tuning in that way, you can just type in a comment, pop it in there. I can see it. I can put it on the screen. You can be a part of the show that way and a part of the conversation that way. And it's like a virtual way to grab a chair, pull up to the table, and plop down, and we'll even pour some hot coffee in your mug from High Point Roasters in New Albany, Mississippi, highpointroasters.com. Get yours right there. So baseball scrimmages this weekend. Next week will be open today. Hey, here's another one. This was not in your headlines a little bit earlier. Probably should have been. Did you see where 𝐁𝐮𝐫𝐦, the ambidextrous pitcher, former Mississippi State Bulldog, first-round draft pick for the Seattle Mariners, has been skyrocketing up through their minor league system? Did you see where 𝐁𝐮𝐫𝐦 has been traded to the Cardinals? Sure has. I even saw, maybe the day before I saw the trade news, that a story that said he was going to kind of focus on pitching right-handed. He was going to only do some left-handed throwing and bullpen stuff, but he was going to focus on pitching right-handed and kind of get away from the either or, throwing with both hands. Yeah, and then right after that, boom, there's some kind of 3-team deal, and he winds up in the Cardinals organization. And, I don't have anything against Seattle. Nothing, it doesn't matter where they are now. You can watch them anywhere, unless you're in Mississippi and a Braves fan the last few years, because we were in the blackout area. It's the most asinine decision anybody in baseball could have made regarding making these teams available to their audience. A team like the Braves, and they're blacked out here because we're in Mississippi. Stupid. But I could watch anybody else. So I don't have anything against Seattle. I just think it's cool for a player like that, who Sven says is the 4th prospect in the Cardinals organization. Like, he's 4th on the list. So, it's just a matter of time and being healthy and before he'll be up in the big leagues pitching for the Cardinals, which will be really cool. You know, a brand like the Cardinals. And even for a lot of us in North Mississippi, man, we can go watch the Cardinals play in St. Louis and be there in 5 hours. Now, lock your vehicle. I got a friend here in Tupelo that I think it was last summer, 25, went to a Cardinals game, parked his truck in a parking garage like across the street, and got a notification or something while he was at the game that, you know, something was going on with his vehicle. He clicked it, and GPS shows his truck driving away. His truck was stolen. Yeah, busted windows, stole the truck, drove away in it. Sure did. But hey, don't let that stop you. All right, rolling along with you in hour 1 on this Thursday in the Bureau. And staying connected because of C Spire. Back after this.
After these messages, we'll be right back. Yeah. After these messages, we'll be right back.
Well, look at what we have here. Christmas come early. Boom. Little green onion country pleasing. That's not all. Little original smoked sausage flavor. That's not all. Jalapeno and cheddar. It has to be one of my favorite, just judging by how much of that stuff I eat. Oh, can't forget. Andouille. Don't be saying andouille, it's andouille. And last, but not least, pork and pineapple, bun size, 3 links, bun size. Look at that right there. Be careful. Come on with it. It's mine. Come here, jalapeno. Oh, that's all mine. Country pleasing sausage. Welcome to my photography studio downtown Tupelo. Everybody needs a headshot, especially if you're in the professional world, in sales, any sort of customer related business, outreach business, anything like that. Everybody needs a headshot. Here at my photography studio in Tupelo, we do a lot more than just headshots, but we're kind of focusing on headshots for that very reason, because everybody needs it. Let me show you a little something about it. One thing I'm able to do here is sort of have 2 to 3 different looks in a small space that we can do in a short amount of time. Several different looks and styles of lighting with studio equipment, studio lighting. Some with flash and a particular look that I've worked on, a constant lighting scenario where you sit down, the lights are already on, you lean in, and we kind of illuminate the whole face. And we get several options in the studio in a short amount of time. Here's 2 priorities for me when I shoot headshots. One is it has to look like you. Okay, none of this fake stuff. The other goal is it's got to look like you at your best. And that's my job as a photographer. And I've got a lot of experience over the years, and I feel really confident I can do that for you. I would love to schedule a session for you here at the studio in downtown Tupelo. I'm above the Reed's Gift Shop, just off of Troy Street, the corner of Troy and Spring. If you can't get to Tupelo, that's okay. Let's talk about it, because we can pack the studio up and come to you if the schedules fit and that sort of thing. I'd love to help you with your headshots. I think everybody needs them. I'm inviting you to please email me, reach out. You can go to my website, mattwyattmedia.com, email address matt@mattwyattmedia.com, and let's talk about your headshot.
After these messages, we'll be right back.
Farm Bureau Insurance in Mississippi, local agents in all 82 counties. So here's what that means. You have that fender bender, hopefully you don't, but let's say you do at an odd time. Something goes on. It's Saturday night at 11 p.m. You don't have to wait until Monday morning to call some 800 number and talk to someone 3 states away. You've got your agent's phone number right there on your phone. Because
Zone 1059 and worldwide at thezone1059.com.
Back with you, I'm Matt, in the Bureau, the Farm Bureau Insurance Studio. So we were talking about the Cardinals getting 𝐁𝐮𝐫𝐬𝐁𝐮 in a trade with the Seahawks. Was it another team? Was it a 3-team deal? They're moving some people around. And then JS290 says on YouTube that it looks like the Cardinals also got Colton Ledbetter in a separate deal. So now there's a couple of former Diamond Dogs in their organization there. Yeah, you're right. Will said you're going to have to go to Memphis if he plays for the Redbirds there at AutoZone Park. Great venue for baseball. It is. And do you know, Will, like I've been to Memphis for a lot of different things over the years and have had times where, you know, I was at the Peabody for one reason or another, which is directly across the street from like the, you know, a couple of the main entrances there in the home plate, first base side of AutoZone Park. But I've never been inside there for a game. Just only been around it. And need to go. Yeah, especially if those guys are playing. You know, would love to see it. Hey, speaking of baseball, what do you think about this? Major League Baseball players have agreed to let a tech company create AI characters of themselves that can chat and interact with fans. Now, what do you think about that? And I know one thing you're thinking. You're thinking, oh, okay, well, college kids will be next. We'll be paying for that. Under an agreement announced today between a company called Genies, like I Dream of Genie, of Genies with a capital G, a deal between Genies and MLB Players, Inc., the business affiliate of the Players Association. AI avatars of top stars will be created that can have conversations with fans. Each avatar will reflect the player's voice and interests. Genies will have the ability to charge for that interaction. In-app experiences, they can charge you for that too, and you can buy goods. And the company didn't say which players are going to initially be available, like the first ones. Hey, Beaver, I just had a light bulb go off in my head. Beav, how many years do you think we are away from the ability to use AI to do a radio show to replicate a radio show host's voice when that host has to miss, like be out or be sick? We can just have an AI radio host.
Okay, this is very interesting because just yesterday, Jake got on this and asked, do you think AI could replace us in sports talk radio? So, sports talk, obviously it's being done on the music side for DJs, even though it's all an extremely horrible idea.
Yeah, right.
But I think it would be tougher for sports talk radio. Now, it could be done, but I think it'd be very boring, and I don't know, because you'd have to get the information in there from, I mean, it'd just be reading word for word.
Right.
It'd be like reading an article on the air, it feels like.
Yeah.
I can't stand when someone sits there and reads an article word for word, paragraph for paragraph.
Yeah.
And believe me, I've put up with it plenty in the afternoons. And it feels like it would be like that. So I think for a show like sports talk radio wise, it would be harder. Now, the question you asked, though, it could be done, I believe. So how many years away?
Yeah.
Sadly, I think if people were going to try to implement this, I think it could be done within 3 years.
3 years, you think? I was going to say, I think I had 5 as a good round number in my, because as you talked, I kept thinking, okay, yeah, it'll be a little longer before you could really pass it off and hold somebody's interest. See, Beav, where I am right now, about the only thing I watch is YouTube, outside of the occasional live sporting event on TV. But other than that, I just watch YouTube stuff. And I can't stand it when there's even a topic that I'm interested in or a video I'm interested in, and it looks good. And when I click it, I realize all it is an AI voice that is reading a script that someone, typed up and entered. And so you get this AI voice that every 15 or 20 words, like the pronunciation or the punctuation and inflection is way off. And I can tell,
exactly what you speak of. Yes. I hate it.
I hate that too. And it never holds me. And it's gotten to where too now, Beeb, I can almost recognize, because I hear the same 3 or 4 AI voices on everything. And so it doesn't hold me anymore.
Yeah, I've been wondering, see if you know what I'm speaking of. It's especially on like Instagram videos. There is this one voice, and I swear to you, the first couple times I heard it, I thought it was Ice-T. But it's obviously not. But it's just this one standard voice, and I've probably been hearing it for about 2 years now. And it's in, I'd say it's in 92% of these AI videos on Instagram. How did that voice come about, and why is it on everything?
No,
Where did that particular voice come from? Do you have any idea what I speak of?
100%. I can hear it in my head right now. I recognize it every time. And now I don't care what the video is. I immediately click away from it when I notice that. That's the effect it has on me now. But Beav, this is a company that is going to make an AI version of Major League Baseball players available to fans. Fans can talk and chat with them. And they will charge you for the chat interactions, in-app experiences, and digital goods. And the Players Association signed off on it. So they're getting kickback for all of it.
That doesn't make any sense.
Yeah.
That doesn't make any sense. The whole reason you want to meet a baseball player is because he's a baseball player. He's a human being that you watched in college, or you love him on your MLB team now. But
Beav, I'm right there with you. My first thought was, why would a human being pay to chat with an AI baseball player, knowing that it's not real? But Beav, am I nuts though? There's some really crazy folks. Didn't I see a story some guy in another country somewhere, married an AI woman, supposedly, was in love with her, and now that might have been a spoof. I don't know. I think I heard something like that.
Oh no, that sounds very real. There's some weirdos out there.
Well, anyway, the whole AI thing. I mean, you're this genie company. You can do an AI version of a baseball player. It looks and sounds like them, and so therefore it can chat. All right, fine, have at it. My thing is on the consumer end, Beaver. What kind of person would pay their actual money to supposedly, quote unquote, chat with a computer-generated version of a baseball player? It's not even real. That's a mindset. The mindset worries me, and in some cases scares me more, Beaver, than the actual technology of AI. Oh, and I'm with you. Who was it? Craig said on YouTube here, AI voice takes the fun out of YouTube videos. I mean, it really does. Even stuff that's just, it's non-entertainment, it's just straight info. Like if it's a tutorial on how to do something, how to, some task, and I look up, how do I do this, this, and this, and I find a video, it's a straight up tutorial. And if it's voiced over by an AI voice, I hate it. I want another one. I want to hear from a real living, breathing person. even if it's their recorded voice. So don't worry. We're not going to have an AI Matt in here hosting a radio show when the real Matt has to be out anytime soon. For better or for worse. Hour 2 coming up. Stick around.
After these messages, we'll be right back.
Hey y'all, Matt Wyatt here. Each week on the Mississippi Outdoors Podcast, we talk with the people who live it. Hunters, biologists, game wardens, local celebrities, and storytellers that know Mississippi better than anyone.
Those bass come up there and attack them. You know how mean bass can be there.
You're never going to believe this. Matt Wyatt just talked about your deer on the radio. I said, what did he say? He said, it was Photoshopped. And I said, what?
They don't know anything about hunting. They just have never had that right, that freedom.
Dude, that's us, man. That's what we do. So tune in. Be inspired, and we'll see you outdoors.
After these messages, we'll be right back. Yeah.
Farm Bureau Insurance in Mississippi. Local agents in all 82 counties. So here's what that means. You have that fender bender, hopefully you don't, but let's say you do at an odd time. Something goes on. It's Saturday night at 11 p.m. You don't have to wait until Monday morning to call some 800 number and talk to someone 3 states away. You've got your agent's phone number right there on your phone because you go to church with him. Your kids go to school together. He lives right down the road. You see each other at the ball games on Friday nights. So it's personal with your local Farm Bureau insurance agent in all 82 counties in this entire state. And if anything does arise and you need to, run it up the chain or up the flagpole, the home offices for Farm Bureau Insurance are in Jackson, Mississippi. It's right here in the state of Mississippi. It doesn't get more local than and personal, the service that you get with Farm Bureau Insurance in Mississippi. I can't recommend them highly enough. And if you haven't, recently, let them give you a quote. Home, life, auto. It's Farm Bureau Insurance. Go with the home team.
After these messages, we'll be right back.
Well, look at what we have here. Christmas come early. Boom. Little green onion country pleasing. That's not all. Little original smoked sausage flavor. That's not all. Jalapeno and cheddar. It has to be one of my favorite, just judging by how much of that stuff I eat. Oh, can't forget. Andouille. Don't be saying andouille, it's andouille. And last, but not least, pork and pineapple, bun size, 3 links bun size. Look at that right there. Be careful. Come on with it. It's mine. Come here, jalapeno. Oh, that's all mine. Country pleasing sausage. The Junction Deli's, convenience redefined, and Prince Oil Company, a match made in heaven. The Junction Deli, fueled by Prince Oil Company. Prince Oil Company has been fueling Central Mississippi since 1960. It's a pretty good little while. Wonderful people. Man, am I ever more tickled that they're a part of the show and I'm a part of their team now. As you know, if you listen to the radio show, I've been to the Junction in several different places around the state. I've bought gas just like you at a lot of places that are fueled by Prince Oil Company, and they are really wonderful people. By the way, that brand spanking new Junction Deli, Chevron, right across the highway from Germantown High School. It's in Canton. We say Gluckstadt. Do you realize they and other Junction delis, they serve country-pleasing sausage over there on the buffet? They don't get much better than that. The Junction and Prince Oil Company. That's what I'm talking about.
And here's the pitch. It's Matt Wyatt with all the good stuff you need to know. Right here on the Zone 105.9 and worldwide at thezone1059.com.
Back with you. I'm Matt. Hour number 2 of the show, off and running. Here we go. Hour 2 on this Thursday in the Bureau, the Farm Bureau Insurance Studio. Farm Bureau, go with the home team. They are your home team all across the state of Mississippi. Your hometown heroes. That's your local Farm Bureau Insurance agents. Hey to you on the live stream. If you're on YouTube or Facebook or X, drop a comment in there. Like Danny on YouTube said, nothing like getting to converse with your favorite avatar. I know it. Talking about that story that came out today, Major League Baseball Players Association signed a deal with an AI company that's going to make AI versions of the players going to look and sound like them, and fans can pay to chat with them. Now, I mean, Sven on YouTube says there's a lot of dumb people out there. You live in a small village, Matt. Believe me. He says, I live in a town with 6.5 million people. I know they will pay for AI chats. Isn't that sad? Maybe I shouldn't say that. Maybe I shouldn't say it's sad. Maybe I ought to broaden my perspective and my horizons from small village to big village and say, hey, it's your money. Your bones, you throw them to what you want to throw them at. I mean, maybe I'm not sure I get it, though. I mean, at least back in the day of what was that called? What was that called where celebrities and notable people would make money off actually filming themselves, filming a video of themselves and sending it to somebody that paid for it? What was that called? And we talked about it one time. Beaver, you and I talked about it with we looked at a couple of wrestlers and how much they were. Help me out.
Cameo.
Yes. Who were the ones that we were talking about with you? Oh, who was it? I want to say, Beav, it was like okay, I may have dreamed this up. Beav, were we looking at like people like John Cena and people like that, seeing what they would charge for us to get you a personalized message from them? And it seems like we both decided, no, that's too much money. It's not worth it.
Oh, I do remember us talking about it, but I can't remember the specifics. But
yeah.
Let me tell you, pretty recently, it may have been December. It may have been a month ago, but it was within the last 3 months. Ric Flair. That dude charges, I think the price was $1,000, close to it, something like that. And he sent a video to someone. Someone was getting married, and a family member said, "Hey, I'd like for you to send this guy a cameo."
Okay.
Ric Flair sends this dude a cameo, drunk, by the way, because that's what Ric Flair does.
Oh no!
Telling him, "Don't make her your wife, brother. She needs to stay a girlfriend." Specifically requested for this person that's getting married, and he chose to say in the cameo video, "Don't get married."
Oh, and Beav, you've already paid for it.
Yeah. Oh, he had to refund it.
Oh, he did?
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's good to know. See, Beav, okay. No, this isn't exactly where we were going with this, but that's another thing that's positive about dealing with real people. This cameo thing I'm bringing up as an example. First, I said, okay, at least that was a deal where you didn't have like a conversation, but a real live celebrity filmed it and sent it to you. Personalized message, and you paid for that. Okay, so it's a real person on there. And now you're telling me that in this case with Ric Flair, because he's a real person, the people at Cameo, they're dealing with real people. This guy goes, hey, look, it's a wedding gift for a buddy. He says, don't get married. I don't want that. And so he had to refund the money. Do you think an AI version of Ric Flair would refund the money?
Nope.
No. Now, granted, Beaver, an AI version of Ric Flair is not going to be drunk. It may only seem that way. Yeah, I can't remember who the celebrity was. See, all I'm saying is, Beaver, like, what is wrong with me? Why am I so different than these other people? Apparently, there's a market for that, of going, there's no chance whatsoever that I would pay to have a quote-unquote chat in any shape, form, or fashion with an AI version of a person. Under no circumstance would I pay for that. Yet, I actually would, and like the idea of, if I wanted to, I would pay for a message from a real person. You know, what's so crazy about that? I remember Mike Leach would do those. I know some people that got them from him. They would pay for and I don't think it was anywhere near what $1,000 like you do for Ric Flair. I don't know what you had to pay for a Mike Leach cameo, but he would do it. One time I was in his vicinity, with somebody else. We were doing something, and Coach Leach said, "Hey, all right, I appreciate it. If y'all are through with that, I got to move on. I got to step in here and film some of these cameos." He was doing that. It was a lot less expensive. Hey, speaking of Mike Leach, speaking of the late, great Mike Leach, today, February the 5th, is National Weather Person's Day. Now, notice that in 2026, we are on the National Day calendar. We're kind of politically correct enough to where we don't say National Weatherman's Day. My whole life, it's been the weatherman. And it might even be the weatherman if we were talking about a woman. But it's National Weather Person's Day. And so in honor of National Weather Person's Day, I would like to play for you 1 minute of audio of one of the greatest weather forecast, broadcast, meteorologist broadcasts of all time. It was Mike Leach doing the weather on a local radio station in Lubbock, Texas.
All right, pinpoint Doppler 1 basically means that we're going to be exact in this weather forecast here, and we're going to nail it down perfectly. So over here, we have Mule Shoe. So those folks in Mule Shoe, you can pretty well go to the bank with what you hear here. And it's going to be windy, but windy's not all bad because other teams that try to throw the ball don't practice in the wind that we do. So therefore, we can pass, they won't be able to. So we like that. For those of you that don't have calendars at home, Sunday will be the first day of May. Now, on Monday, it says bad stuff, serious storms. Well, you're going to be dead in 100 years anyway. Live dangerously. Me personally, expect sun. Go out there, expect sun, have a good time. Don't be a coward, stay out in it, still enjoy the day. My favorite weather pattern happens to be when it rains mud. Dust comes through, rain on top of it, it rains mud. Now, I know that people that have been here for a while don't like that particular phenomenon as well as I do, but think about it. How many times in your life are you actually going to see it rain mud? Worst thing about it, you have to wash your car. Who cares? It's worth seeing. This weather report here, what do I know? I'm a football coach. I suggest you go out and do what I do. Get out of bed, go outside, then you know.
That's one of the greatest. The worst thing is you have to wash your car, but who cares? It's worth it. It's worth seeing. Happy National Weather Person's Day. Greetings to you, G Bama Boy on YouTube. Also on YouTube, Breck said that he paid $100 for a cameo from actor Corbin Burnson to send a video to his friend wishing him well on the morning of his cancer surgery. How about that? He said it was neat. He was an actor in one of his favorite movies. I wonder which one of the movies was, because wasn't he in the Major League movie? Wasn't he like a third baseman in Major League? He's in one of those baseball movies. Yeah, that's pretty cool. So $100 for Corbin Burnson. I mean, that's a deal. I'm looking it up right now. All right, dadgummit. I'm looking it up right now. We'll see what people cost. We did this exercise before. But since we've got a story today that they're going to market chatting with an AI version of a Major League Baseball player and you got to pay for it, let's see what it costs to get a message from a real person. I'm going back to Cameo. I'm going to see if it still exists. Stand by. Back after this.
After these messages, we'll be right back. Yeah. After these messages, we'll be right back.
Well, look at what we have here. Christmas come early. Boom. Little green onion country pleasing. That's not all. Little original smoked sausage flavor. That's not all. Jalapeno and cheddar. It has to be one of my favorite, just judging by how much of that stuff I eat. Oh, can't forget. Andouille. Don't be saying andouille, it's andouille. And last, but not least, pork and pineapple, bun size, 3 links, bun size. Look at that right there. Be careful. Come on with it. It's mine. Come here, jalapeno. Oh, that's all mine. Country pleasing sausage.
We'll be right back.
Welcome to my photography studio downtown Tupelo. Everybody needs a headshot, especially if you're in the professional world, in sales, any sort of customer related business, outreach business, anything like that. Everybody needs a headshot. Here at my photography studio in Tupelo, we do a lot more than just headshots, but we're kind of focusing on headshots for that very reason, because everybody needs it. Let me show you a little something about it. One thing I'm able to do here is sort of have 2 to 3 different looks in a small space that we can do in a short amount of time. Several different looks and styles of lighting with studio equipment, studio lighting. Some with flash and a particular look that I've worked on, a constant lighting scenario where you sit down, the lights are already on, you lean in, and we kind of illuminate the whole face. And we get several options in the studio in a short amount of time. Here's 2 priorities for me when I shoot headshots. One is it has to look like you. Okay, none of this fake stuff. The other goal is it's got to look like you at your best. And that's my job as a photographer. And I've got a lot of experience over the years, and I feel really confident I can do that for you. I would love to schedule a session for you here at the studio in downtown Tupelo. I'm above the Reed's Gift Shop, just off of Troy Street, the corner of Troy and Spring. If you can't get to Tupelo, that's okay. Let's talk about it, because we can pack the studio up and come to you if the schedules fit and that sort of thing. I'd love to help you with your headshots. I think everybody needs them. I'm inviting you to please email me, reach out. You can go to my website, mattwhyattmedia.com, email address matt@mattwhyattmedia.com, and let's talk about your headshot.
After these messages, we'll be right back.
Farm Bureau Insurance in Mississippi, local agents in all 82 counties. So here's what that means. You have that fender bender, hopefully you don't, but let's say you do at an odd time. Something goes on. It's Saturday night at 11 p.m. You don't have to wait until Monday morning to call some 800 number and talk to someone 3 states away. You've got your agent's phone number right there on your phone because you go to church with him. Your kids go to school together. He lives right down the road. You see each other at the ball games on Friday nights. So it's personal with your local Farm Bureau insurance agent in all 82 counties in this entire state. And if anything does arise and you need to...
What you think right now on the Zone 1059 and worldwide at thezone1059.com.
All right. Back with you. I'm Matt. In the Bureau, the Farm Bureau Insurance Studio. Okay, he did. Corbin Burnson, Breck, telling me he played Roger Dorn in Major League. The show that his friend liked was Psych. Played Henry Spencer, the dad of the main character in Psych. I don't remember Psych. TV show or movie? I'll look it up and see. I'd be curious to know. I like learning all that stuff I missed. There's a lot of stuff I missed. I guess what it is that's probably the case with all of us, right? There are times where you and a friend may be talking about some movie or some show from back, 30 years ago when you were kids, and one goes, "Oh, I loved it. I watched it 10 times." The other one goes, "I never saw it." And you're like, "How?" And then you could reverse it. There'd be something that, so I'd like to know. I like going back and learning all that stuff I missed. What I have found over the last 10 to 15 years, as we've sort of, for me anyway, we've entered a time when there are so few new television shows and new movies that really appeal to me. There are few, it's just they're so few and far between that I have found myself going back and like getting into these shows that I missed the first go around when they all came up. Like, back in the day when Cheers was on TV, I didn't watch that. Even the first, when Seinfeld was the real thing in the 90s, I didn't watch it. I was doing other things. All I could do was eat, sleep, and breathe baseball and football. It's all I could think about 24 hours a day. I went into Seinfeld. Well, now I can go back and I'm loving it. I love going back and watching those shows and learning them now. So maybe I can do that with Psych. Got to go back and see what it was. Here's another one for you. Same case. Same case with me versus two people I'm close to. One being Annabeth, my wife, the other being Beaver, here on the radio show. I was talking about this with both of them. On this day, February the 5th, 1995, they showed the 200th episode of this show. Okay, so time frame. Married with Children, by the way, that's it. What's the guy's name? Ed what?
Love and marriage go together.
Al Bundy.
Like a horse and carriage. This.
Okay, so Married with Children. So if it was on its 200th episode in 95, man, it'd been around. That was like season 9 at that point.
Love and marriage.
Okay, don't know how or why, to explain it. A child of the 80s, coming up, high school in the 90s and then college in the late 90s. I never watched it. Never. In fact, to this day, right now, sitting here right now, I'm not certain if I've ever seen an entire episode of that show. Seen clips, know the song, have seen snippets, walked by the television a time or two, and it was on there. Never did really watch it. Beaver, you were telling me you used to watch it all the time, right?
Yeah, for a few years there.
Okay. Beav, when I was looking up that music earlier today, I paid attention for the first time to the intro for the show. And of course it shows, thank you JS290, it shows Ed O'Neill as Al Bundy. And then the woman with the big red hair.
Yeah,
Peg. Okay, so I'm looking at it on my computer. I'm grabbing the audio of that so that I can play it on the show here. Well, Annabeth walked by, looks over my shoulder, and sees that part of the intro where Peg, it showed her in the intro she's smoking a cigarette while she's tossing salad, like making dinner, making salad. And then it goes to another part of the intro where like the blonde-headed lady who's like, the innocent neighbor or whatever is eating salad, and she finds a cigarette butt in the salad she's eating. So you remember the intro?
Mm-hmm.
So Annabeth walks by, sees that, and then proclaims to me, because, Annabeth's got the red hair. Annabeth goes, hey, one time when I was a teenager, I dressed up as Peg Bundy for Halloween.
That's awesome.
I know. And I said, really? She says, yeah. I said, wait a minute. Did you watch this show? She goes, oh, yeah, I watched. I'd never missed it. So now that's twice in one day. First her and now you, Beeve, are like, oh, yeah, I used to watch it. Know all about it. And I'm like, what did I miss? So this will probably be one that I'll start going back and watching, getting into now. In rerun fashion. Yeah, Annabeth's got the same color hair as Peg. Let's see, the 200. So this day in 95, 200th episode of Married with Children, that episode was season 9, episode 17 of season 9, 200 overall. The title of the episode was 25 Years and What Have You Got? I don't know anything else about it. I don't know anything else about it. But anyway, that's what it says on here is the 200th. So there's that. Yeah, no, I didn't watch it. Cowboy Ready in all caps goes, what? Yeah, look. Unnamed texter says, Beaver, did you read that one? The most recent text we got? Unnamed texter says, my wife just asked me, quote, I thought this was supposed to be a sports show. And listen, Mrs. Unnamed texter, you're right. It is supposed to be a sports show. Kind of supposed to be, whatever that means. Yeah, it's kind of supposed to be a sports show. What sports you want? Al Bundy was supposedly a great. I know that much about, the trivia about this show. He was supposedly his character was supposedly a great high school player in his own mind. He was a legend in his own mind. I know that. I mean, that's sports related. Sorry. What sports do we need to get into? I tell you what, I'll make you a promise. When we come back, we'll have sports headlines for hour number 2. This go around of that. So there'll be some sports there. And then a few thoughts. Also, there are some comments here we got to get into that are sports related. One, I didn't skip over it. I saw it and I kind of forgot earlier. But Will said on YouTube earlier in the broadcast, also in the news, Matt, Trinidad Chambliss has been denied a 6th year of eligibility. Not sure what his next move is. And he says, sue the NCAA, I guess. He says, I know who's going to win the lawsuit at the attorneys. Everybody's attorneys always win. That's why, they're constantly putting in new swimming pools and stuff like that. But yeah, so what I would say, Will, it's just going to be lawsuit after lawsuit. That's basically what it's going to be. Let's see. G. Bama Boy said Trinidad started college in 2021. He deserves another year. Aguilar is in his 8th year. He should be banned from college football. See, my thing is for all of us, whether you're an Ole Miss fan or a Tennessee fan or not either, like me, we should probably all agree that there should be the ability to draw some really hard lines of the time in which you're eligible to play our sport at this level, right? And I can't understand why they're not able to do that. Why are colleges and universities not able to draw really hard lines of here's when you become eligible, here's when you're out of it, and just stick to it? Like every other league in the world can apparently do legally. I don't understand. That's the thing I can't wrap my head around. And I'm with you, G. Bama Boy. We talked about him starting back on Tuesday when we were doing the show with Went, McGee, and the folks at the Mortgage Man Group in Ridgeland. when I first saw that story and was kind of reading through it, and then, you know, about Joey Aguilar at Tennessee, and he's got a restraining order from a Knoxville judge to give him another year and all this, to have a hearing. And then yesterday is when Sven alerted me to the early 2 years out of high school when he went to some San Francisco college and just sat out. See, and here's the thing about that. The initial reporting on his eligibility case and suing the NCAA, they didn't report that. Everybody went back in there and started adding that back into the articles and things they had already written about it. Because initially it was just, well, he went to JUCO for 2 years, and then he went to App State for 2 years, and then he went to Tennessee for 1. No, they've all had to go back in and add, oh, wait, he actually got out of high school 2 years before that. Spent 2 years at San Francisco, know-nothing college, doing nothing. It says redshirted, but he just wasn't playing ball. So now he's actually 8 years removed from high school. Let's see, because that makes it sound absolutely ridiculous. All right. Rolling along. Got some headlines coming up. And more of the sports and, frankly, the non-sports topic variety. Stick around.
After these messages, we'll be right back.
The Junction Deli's Convenience Redefined and Prince Oil Company, a match made in heaven. The Junction Deli, fueled by Prince Oil Company. Prince Oil Company has been fueling Central Mississippi since 1960. It's a pretty good little while. Wonderful people. Man, am I ever more tickled that they're a part of the show and I'm a part of their team now. As you know, if you listen to the radio show, I've been to the Junction in several different places around the state. I've bought gas just like you at a lot of places that are fueled by Prince Oil Company, and they are really wonderful people. By the way, that brand spanking new Junction Deli, Chevron, right across the highway from Germantown High School. It's in Canton. We say Gluckstadt. Do you realize they and other Junction Delis, they serve country pleasing sausage over there on the buffet? They don't get much better than that. The Junction and Prince Oil Company. That's what I'm talking about. We'll be right back after this message from C Spire. My name is Matt Wyatt. I host the Matt Wyatt radio show out of my home using C Spire fiber.
And when we hit the road as a family, Matt's show goes with us, thanks to C Spire Wireless.
Its ultra-reliable nationwide network lets me broadcast live from anywhere.
And never miss a moment that matters.
Connecting you to what inspires you most on C Spire's blazing fast 5G network. And right now, get your choice of free phone. That's customer inspired. That's C Spire. Welcome to my photography studio downtown Tupelo. Everybody needs a headshot, especially if you're in the professional world, in sales, any sort of customer related business, outreach business, anything like that. Everybody needs a headshot. Here at my photography studio in Tupelo, we do a lot more than just headshots, but we're kind of focusing on headshots for that very reason, because everybody needs it. Let me show you a little something about it. One thing I'm able to do here is sort of have 2 to 3 different looks in a small space that we can do in a short amount of time. Several different looks and styles of lighting with studio equipment, studio lighting. Some with flash and a particular look that I've worked on, a constant lighting scenario where you sit down, the lights are already on, you lean in, and we kind of illuminate the whole face. And we get several options in the studio in a short amount of time. Here's 2 priorities for me when I shoot headshots. One is it has to look like you. Okay, none of this fake stuff. The other goal is it's got to look like you at your best. And that's my job as a photographer. And I've got a lot of experience over the years, and I feel really confident I can do that for you. I would love to schedule a session for you here at the studio in downtown Tupelo. I'm above the Reed's Gift Shop, just off of Troy Street, the corner of Troy and Spring. If you can't get to Tupelo, that's okay. Let's talk about it, because we can pack the studio up and come to you if the schedule's
fit, and that sort of thing. I'd love to help you with your headshots. I think everybody needs them. I'm inviting you to please email me, reach out. You can go to my website, mattwyattmedia.com, email address matt@mattwyattmedia.com, and let's talk about your headshot. Farm Bureau Insurance in Mississippi, local agents in all 82 counties. So here's what that means. You have that fender bender, hopefully you don't, but let's say you do at an odd time. Something goes on. It's Saturday night at 11 p.m. You don't have to wait until Monday morning to call some 800 number and talk to someone 3 states away. You've got your agent's phone number right there on your phone.
On the Zone 105.9 and worldwide at thezone1059.com.
All right, back with you. I'm Matt in the Bureau, the Farm Bureau Insurance Studio. Some comments and text messages coming up, and then headlines. Staying connected to you today because of C Spire, the #1 network in Mississippi. C Spire, customer inspired. Check them out at cspire.com. First up, Kenny, don't call me Ken on the Country Pleasin' text line. That's Country Pleasin' Sausage. Old Grumpy and I both had Country Pleasin' sausage dogs for lunch today. Both original smoked sausage flavor. Highly recommend. All right, Kenny said that he was traveling back to the Delta yesterday from Ovette, Mississippi. Raise your hand if you know where that is. Got my hand up there. They're northeast of Hattiesburg. Traveling back yesterday from Ovette, Mississippi. Stopped in Country Pleasin' and scored 2 jalapeno sausage dogs for the ride home. And then, yeah. Now that's my version of woo. He typed in woo exclamation point. Hey, don't you love your friends and family members? I got some of them who, you go to events. Could be a game. It could be something else, like a graduation or something. And what they do is they holler, woo. Don't you think it's funny? It's fun too. Yeah. I don't do it, but it's funny when they do it. Jason in Flagstaff, he texted and said that he bought a DVD box set of Married with Children several years ago. He said it's spectacular. And he said there's no way they'd make that show today. That and kind of like, what, The Office? I mean, they wouldn't make that one today either. Regarding this show not being a sports show sometimes, we earlier had a couple who was listening, and the wife said, I thought this was supposed to be a sports show. Cowboy Ready says, and I mean, this is probably, I love this description. If this show fits this description perfectly and vice versa, then I'm really proud of this. And Cowboy Ready, I hope it's true, and it's said so well. You said this is a wide world of sports / events show. I love it. Sports, this wide world of sports and events. And Bulldog 44 says, this is a very reflective of sports, actually. These are the very things we talked about on buses to and from games and in dugouts. Now, that is true also. Hey. Did y'all watch Married with Children last night? See, and I would have to, back then, I'd go, no. But if they said, hey, did you watch the Cosby Show? Yep. Saturday Night Live, yeah. You're right. That's the things you would talk about on the bus, whether you were supposed to talk about it or not. It is the things that you talked about. One of the things that we talk about here on the show is headlines in the sports world. Here we go.
Good evening. I'm Ron Burgundy, and this is what's happening in your world.
Good evening, and welcome to Eyewitness News.
Here's what's making news.
Headlines on the show brought to you by the Mortgage Man Group, powered by Illuminate Bank right here in Mississippi. Anything mortgage related, that's where you want to go. So here in the metro, but also places like Oxford and Tupelo and Starkville and, DeSoto County and all the way into Memphis. Go online, mortgagemanms.com. Anything buying, refinancing, whatever in the home market, that's where you go. Headline number 1, I mentioned this earlier. Major League Baseball players have agreed to let a tech company create AI characters of themselves that can chat and interact with fans. So that the players don't have to. Or that maybe It can be an extension of them because they can't be in more than one place at once. Under an agreement announced today between Genies, some company called Genies, and MLB Players, Inc., which is the business affiliate of the Players Association, AI avatars of top stars will be created that can have conversations with fans. And the avatars will reflect the player's voice and interests. Whew. On to the NFL. Super Bowl this weekend. Patriots are in it. New England Patriots quarterback Drake May took all the first-team reps in a 90-minute practice yesterday as they get ready to play against the Seahawks this week. He had, predicted that he'd have full participation earlier in the day when answering questions about his throwing shoulder, his right shoulder, which had been limited in practice up until this week. Another cookie? Another cookie? Breaking news in the headline segment, the homecoming queen has walked in the studio and handed me another cookie. And by the way, this bag of peanut butter cookies from yesterday had 4. There's 1 left. That's not good, and it is good all at the same time. Thank you. Oh, it's a love cookie for Valentine's. Thank you. Thanks, Peg. I told him you dressed up as Peg for Halloween. Peg Bundy. That's headline number 2. And then a recap of our headlines from hour number 1. Here you go. Georgia football player London Seymour has been charged with 11 felony counts of property damage because he and somebody else were doing this TikTok challenge. Now, I hate to say this about a young person because anybody can turn it around. But, buddy, you talk about dumb. And I did it. I did some dumb things. This is dumb. A viral TikTok challenge led to a Georgia football player landing in hot water. London Seymour, he's a defensive tackle, son of a Hall of Famer, Richard Seymour, arrested at the end of January, just a few days ago. He and 3 other men allegedly caused damage to 11 doors in 2 different Georgia dormitories, part of a TikTok challenge. Dumb. That's just dumb. And those are your headlines. Brought to you by the Mortgage Man Group, powered by Illuminate Bank right here in Mississippi. Find them online at mortgagemanms.com. Sven on YouTube says, HQ's tampering with the Matt Wyatt show with cookies. It's about what it's like. I mean, listen, Sven, it is a great analogy, isn't it? To what tampering is. What just happened here is a great analogy for those who don't understand kind of, the dynamics of like the kid at Clemson and the Ole Miss coach. He's in class. I'm at work on the air. Okay. Minding our own business, doing what we're supposed to do. In his case, it's a coach and a text message. In my case, it's a wife and a cookie walking in the, and it is a distraction where they wave this. He takes a cookie, like this chocolate chip cookie, waves it in front of your nose. You can see it. You can also smell it. And you go, hey, 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 hey. And all of a sudden, Sven, I have forgotten about my audience, forgotten about my show, forgotten about the headline segment that's going on, brought to you by the Mortgage Man Group. And I'm now totally distracted with looking over there at my wife smiling at me saying Happy Valentine's, and she's giving me this cookie right here. Now, different characters, similar thing. I'm in class at Clemson. I've signed. Go Tigers. Hold that tiger. And then in the middle of, he gets a text message from Pete Golding. Hey, I know you're signed. What's the buyout? And all of a sudden that cookie gets waved under his nose. Oh, buyout? More? What are we talking? And no, he done no more class. No more. Annabeth just walked by and goes, what are you talking about? I said, okay, so you can hear the same thing I just said on the air. I'm just going to repeat it for just you. You're that special. Homecoming queen. Sven said, HQ tampering with the Matt Wyatt show with cookies. Beaver should get an eye on that. I said it's a great analogy of what happened here with me and you just now to what happened with the Clemson kid and Pete Golding. Both of us, where we're supposed to be, minding our own business. He's in class, I'm on the radio. In my case, my wife comes in and there's a cookie that goes like this. Oh, cookie. And I forgot about the show. I forgot about my audience. And then all of a sudden my eyes are just on you. And I'm thinking, what kind of cookie we got here? Kid at Clemson. No longer eyes on Clemson, not on his class. It's just on Pete Golding. And what's the offer? What's that cookie? She said it's an unfair comparison. Okay, well, noted. Bulldog, Mississippi said, Homecoming Queen NIL deals going down in the studio. That's great. All right, a little bit of time. I told you it would be sports related. A little bit of time left when we come back. You don't want to miss it. Stick around.
After these messages, we'll be right back.
The Junction Deli's, convenience redefined, and Prince Oil Company, a match made in heaven. The Junction Deli, fueled by Prince Oil Company. Prince Oil Company has been fueling Central Mississippi since 1960. It's a pretty good little while. Wonderful people. Man, am I ever more tickled that they're a part of the show and I'm a part of their team now. As you know, if you listen to the radio show, I've been to the Junction in several different places around the state. I've bought gas just like you at a lot of places that are fueled by Prince Oil Company, and they are really wonderful people. By the way, that brand spanking new Junction Deli, Chevron, right across the highway from Germantown High School. It's in Canton. We say Gluckstadt. Do you realize they and other Junction Delis, they serve country pleasing sausage over there on the buffet? They don't get much better than that. The Junction and Prince Oil Company. That's what I'm talking about. We'll be right back after this message from C Spire. My name is Matt Wyatt. I host the Matt Wyatt radio show out of my home using C Spire fiber.
And when we hit the road as a family, Matt's show goes with us, thanks to C Spire Wireless.
Its ultra-reliable nationwide network lets me broadcast live from anywhere.
And never miss a moment that matters.
Connecting you to what inspires you most on C Spire's blazing fast 5G network. And right now, get your choice of free phone. That's customer inspired. That's C Spire. Welcome to my photography studio downtown Tupelo. Everybody needs a headshot, especially if you're in the professional world, in sales, any sort of customer related business, outreach business, anything like that. Everybody needs a headshot. Here at my photography studio in Tupelo, we do a lot more than just headshots, but we're kind of focusing on headshots for that very reason, because everybody needs it. Let me show you a little something about it. One thing I'm able to do here is sort of have 2 to 3 different looks in a small space that we can do in a short amount of time. Several different looks and styles of lighting with studio equipment, studio lighting. Some with flash and a particular look that I've worked on, a constant lighting scenario where you sit down, the lights are already on, you lean in, and we kind of illuminate the whole face. And we get several options in the studio in a short amount of time. Here's 2 priorities for me when I shoot headshots. One is it has to look like you. Okay, none of this fake stuff. The other goal is it's got to look like you at your best. And that's my job as a photographer. And I've got a lot of experience over the years, and I feel really confident I can do that for you. I would love to schedule a session for you here at the studio in downtown Tupelo. I'm above the Reed's Gift Shop, just off of Troy Street, the corner of Troy and Spring. If you can't get to Tupelo, that's okay. Let's talk about it, because we can pack the studio up and come to you if the schedule's
fit, and that sort of thing. I'd love to help you with your headshots. I think everybody needs them. I'm inviting you to please email me, reach out. You can go to my website, mattwyattmedia.com, email address matt@mattwyattmedia.com, and let's talk about your headshot. Farm Bureau Insurance in Mississippi, local agents in all 82 counties. So here's what that means. You have that fender bender, hopefully you don't, but let's say you do, at an odd time. Something goes on. It's Saturday night at 11 p.m. You don't have to wait until Monday morning to call some 800 number and talk to someone 3 states away. You've got your agent's phone number right there on your phone because you go to church with him.
1059 and coming to you worldwide at thezone1059.com.
You know, yeah, regarding the homecoming queen tampering and NIL deals and stuff, I mean, Will just commented on YouTube and said, I mean, HQ is an Ole Miss fan. And she is, and that's kind of what they're known for these days. NIL and tampering. Good stuff, y'all. She's a good sport, and yeah, she brought me a big old chocolate, one of those big ones. I mean, it's a big chocolate chip cookie. And yeah. The thing, you know, Bulldog, Mississippi said be careful, but the thing I got to be careful about is just eating too many cookies. I've already had 3 peanut butter cookies since yesterday. So, yeah, I got to be careful. But, you know, I'm doing the fasting thing. There's certain hours in the day you can eat, and the rest of the hours you can't. And the thing about that is, you know, part of it is you also, when you are in the window of eat, you also shouldn't just eat everything. You should also be responsible during that time also. Believe I will. Hey, quick reminder. I touched on this a couple times throughout the week, and then we mentioned it in the first hour, but you might have just tuned in or at some point joined us since then. Just a friendly reminder, if you want to enjoy a day at the Dude, that would be Dudy Noble Field. This Saturday, and 2 days from today, you're going to have Dog Day at the Dude, Saturday, February 7th, 2 to 5 p.m. Open scrimmage, autographs, Lil Dude Zone, not little with T's, Lil, L-I-L Dude Zone. That'll be fun, and more. Okay, and so what they are saying as far as weather, you know, I don't want to talk it, I don't want to jinx it, but I've looked at it a couple different times. What they are saying now is that the really warm day in Starkville is actually going to be tomorrow, Friday. Saturday, though, still mostly sunny, basically no chance of rain, and a high of 54 degrees. Now, tomorrow it's supposed to get up nearly touch 70. I was looking where I live in North Mississippi in Tupelo, which is not too far from Starkville, obviously. Sunday was going to be a really nice day here. Yeah, but tomorrow here we're going to get up to 67, no chance of rain, sunny. Same thing as Starkville here. It's going to get cold Saturday night, but then again Sunday, 63. And then on Monday, look at Monday here where I live. Mostly sunny, 74 degrees. So I tell you what, if things go according to plan, you might see me at the Dog Day at the Dude come Saturday from 2 to 5 p.m. Watching a little scrimmage. We might go rolling into Dudy Noble Saturday with a couple of old film camera. Load some old classic 35 millimeter film into a camera and maybe some old medium format 120 film into another old camera and see what it looks like. Take some pictures of baseball at the Dude on that. Bring them home, develop them, and see what that looks like. We just might do that. No, I haven't seen this. Okay, Miko texted me and said, Matt, have you seen this? We have crossed into the abyss with this NIL stuff. High school athlete turns down $750,000. The story that goes along with it, I had not seen this, and I don't even know if I believe it, but it's reported somewhere. Alabama's #1 recruit, Cam Pritchett, turns down $750,000 transfer offer to stay at Thompson High School. Who wanted him to transfer? And to what school? They're offering a high school kid $750,000 to transfer. And look, Miko, the only other state where if that was going on in high school, that it would surprise me less to see that from would be Texas. Alabama high school football, people just don't understand. If you haven't been over there, Miko, and like gotten in maybe not even neck deep, just waist deep into the high school football waters in that state of Alabama, then you cannot possibly really understand what goes on and what it is actually like over there, man. You think we're crazy about it. Whew. All right, this is important to me and to a lot of people. This is a big day. February the 5th, 1934. On this day in 1934, the greatest home run hitter of all time was born. Not Babe Ruth, not Barry Bonds. My opinion. This day, 1934, greatest home run hitter of all time was born. Henry, better known as Hank Aaron. 755 home runs during his career. No steroids, no PEDs. Here is Vin Scully's call of Hank Aaron's 715th home run that broke Babe Ruth's record back in the late 1970s.
Once again, a standing ovation for Henry Aaron. So the confrontation for the second time. Aaron walked in the second inning. He means the tying run at the plate now. So we'll see what Downing does. Al at the belt delivers, and he's low, ball one. And that just adds to the pressure. The crowd booing. Downing has to ignore the sound effects and stay a professional and pitch his game. 1 ball and no strikes. Aaron waiting, the outfield deep and straight away. Fastball is a high drive into deep left center field. Buckner goes back to the fence. It is gone.
Fireworks as he rounded the bases. You didn't hear the great Vin Scully say another word for at least another 90 seconds as he rounded the bases. And it goes on and on after that. But Vin Scully is one of the things that made him great is he was not enamored with his own voice, and he knew when to stop talking and let the moments play out. And Hank Aaron, that was 715. He went on to hit, as you know, 40 more before he was done. And that was at Atlanta Fulton County Stadium, late 1970s, went over the left center field wall. And, you know, they tore down, well, the Braves moved across the street to Turner Field in 97. And then they tore down Atlanta Fulton County Stadium, turned it into a parking lot. And then, and still now, even though they've moved up to Cobb County, still now, you can go to that parking lot. You can see the outline of the original base paths and where home plate was and everything at Atlanta Fulton County Stadium. And the only thing left of Atlanta Fulton County Stadium, downtown Atlanta, is in that parking lot, a little section of the outfield wall with a little section of the, you know, the original turf under it, where Hank Aaron's record-breaking home run went over the wall. That spot, it's still there. They've got it there, got it fenced to protect it. But it's a really cool thing, and at least glad that they, you know, they commemorated it with that. Hank Aaron. Do you, you know, we're almost out of time. You don't necessarily have to comment or text, but just think about it. Do you consider Hank Aaron still as the home run king? Or, I mean, it's fine. There's no right or wrong answer. Or do you actually consider, you know, Barry Bonds as the all-time home run king? Is it okay to kind of consider them both, really? Because, I mean, we know that Hank Aaron, he played in an era when, he's not PEDs, he's not steroids. And obviously Bonds did and was. And we know that. Okay, but so is it almost okay to go, well, Hank Aaron's kind of the pure home run leader. Bonds, steroid era guy who it does take more than muscles to hit the home runs, obviously. It's a weird kind of thing, I guess, to consider. Sven says that to him, of course, Hank Aaron is the real home run king. That's kind of how I feel about it, but I guess not everybody shares that opinion. Anyway, been fun to talk about. Thanks for being here today. For Beaver, I'm Matt. For all of us here on the show, in the Bureau, the Farm Bureau Insurance Studio. We'll see you tomorrow on a Friday and have a fun day wrapping up the week. Same time, same place. See you then. See ya.